Okay. I've been attempting to do my biblical awareness or observation of the Keeneka Jenkins and Threesa Martain and her other daughter. Now, I believe, just reading through everything, we all can agree it's unprecedented. The comments, the figuring things out, the participation of men, women, particularly black and particularly black men and black women. And we're going to put mulattoes in there. And it's just a precedent. The amount of attention that Threesa Martain and Keeneka Jenkins and her other daughter has had. Now, God works and speaks to his children in many ways. The word says those negative things, he'll make them into a positive thing. And I believe there's a lot of positive spiritual things going here. And I want to start with I want to look from the book of Apocalypse. It's a book of Revelation. And the Apocalypse definition is a complete and final destruction of the world, as described in the biblical book of Revelation. So everybody, I believe, is on the same page that we believe that we're definitely living in the last days. And if the last days, meaning that the nation of Israel will be regathered, and the haters and the destructors of Jerusalem, our women, our children, our men, our homes, they're going to be destroyed, and we're going to be on top. That's the apocalypse. That's the end. And I'm gonna just read a small portion, and then you can do your own reading. But I just think this really needs to be said. So it's where we have the woman of the apocalypse. The text reads: "A woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. The woman is pregnant and about to give birth, traveling in birth and pain and to be delivered. Then there is a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head, who is about to devour her child as soon as it was born. But her child is caught up unto God. And the woman herself is fled into the wilderness, where she hath place prepared of God, that they should feed her there for 1,260 days. Then there is this description of a war in heaven, and the angels against the dragon, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out of the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." The woman is again mentioned as she is persecuted by the dragon, and the 2 wings of a great eagle are given to her to escape. The dragon attacks her by water as a flood emerging from his mouth. But the flood is swallowed up by the earth, and so the dragon went to make war with the remnant of the seed, which keep the commandment of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Now, we know that, and this is my biblical spin on this, because God talks to us in a lot of ways. The attacks on Threesa Martain has been unprecedented for a Afro-American woman, a black woman, descendant, Israelite. The same way with her daughters. The same way with her sons. I mean, this great focus worldwide, in harmony and in confusion. And so it pairs with the time that we're in, Revelations, the end time of things, the apocalypse, when there's a woman who gives birth to a male child. Now, Keeneka obviously isn't a male. Her sister, nor Miss Martin, they're not males. But everybody is focusing in on, I mean, how Threesa Martain had sex. Whether she had sex with the right person, whether she didn't have the right sex with the right person. Uh, I mean, there's just so much. You can look on it for yourself. Send it to the thousands. It's the same way with her daughters. And I think what is the Most High saying to us? What is God saying to us through these women with distinct characteristics? What is He saying to us? Well, one thing I know He can be saying to us, because it's the last times, is watch for the Messiah. Watch for Yahweh Shai. Because that's the time we're in. We're in the time of Israel being known, regathered. It says the beast that can't get her, so eventually they just go on in war against her seed. Okay, well, her seed is Israel. That's the only thing jumping off in the end times, is the nation of Israel being regathered to ex-slaves, Negroes, Native Americans, mulattoes, whatever we want to call them. But He's focusing us in on these sisters, on these women. I'm calling them women and I'm calling them sisters. Spiritually, God is calling them the daughters of Zion. That's what He's calling them, the daughters of Zion, the daughters of Jacob. That's who He has the whole world in an unprecedented way. I mean, because there's a lot of people saying things, but then there's a lot of people who's not. Okay? And so, again, the apocalypse let us know about the end times. And it's tragic what happened to Keeneka. It's tragic that Threesa Martain, the mother, has to feel it. The sisters, the brothers, it's all tragic. But the power in this is, it's a message directly to the black man, the Israelite. I'm calling the black man, it's the Israelite. To wake him up, to continue to wake him up, and also to continue to wake up daughters of Zion, daughters of creation. He created man, and then He created woman, daughters of creation. And He's talking through Threesa Martain, her other daughter, and Keeneka Jenkins. And as it says, where the beast is dragging, he attempts to just get rid of her child. Okay, just get rid of her child. And that's what we're all looking for. Like, wow, how they do this? Why they do this to Keeneka? Whoa. Now she's not a male. She's a female, but yet at the same time, He's focusing us in. And He's focusing us in, I believe, because obviously Jesus Christ, I gotta say Jesus Christ for people. Then there's Emmanuel, there's the Messiah, and then there's Yahweh Shai, and there's Yeshua. Whatever name they use. He came through one of these women just like this. Came through one of their wombs. It was no doggone Virgin Mary, a white lady, a Spanish lady, a Arab lady, a Indian lady, a Chinese lady, a German lady. He came through the womb, carried 9 months in a woman, just like we're looking at right here, with all the controversy. And it's unprecedented. I mean, God is talking to us. He's really talking to us. It's no different than Moses. Moses came through a womb, just like these women in front of us. Was in slave days in Egypt, slave days here. So we have the American look, the hair, the lipstick, the worldly side of things. We understand that. But God is greater than the world. The God is greater than anything false. So He has the power to touch Threesa Martain. He has the power to touch Keeneka Jenkins, he has the power to touch her daughters. God is talking to us here, and he's talking to the black man. He's talking to the black man. We may have to set up patrols for the weekend, not to be in the young lady's business or in their business, but just to have an eye on what's going on, whatever town you is, Cluton, Illinois, but no, this is statewide, this is worldwide technically. We have to start watching and protecting the black woman, which is truly the daughter of Zion. Because in the last days, there's supposed to be a male child coming up. Jesus, the Messiah, Emmanuel. And it's going to come through. And just because of this precedent of acknowledgement of Threesa Martain, let's face it, she's Mother Teresa. Black man, you got to get up. Shalom.